I'm leaving you. I can't believe you were married. I can't believe it.
Molly, wait a minute. Don't be deceived.
What do you mean deceived? You're dating me when you have a wife, right? She introduced herself as your wife.
You must have been surprised. Really, I'm sorry about you being startled. That's that girl I told you about. The girl who was stalking me back home. I thought it was over when I got transferred. I didn't think she'd come follow me all the way over here. She's a little crazy. She just called herself my wife. You don't need to believe her.
I see. That woman, Rebecca, was your stalker.
Yes, that's right. I'm really in a bind. Oh, don't worry. That stalker girl is gone. I'll protect you, don't worry. Where are you? I'll go get you.
No thanks. I got a room at a hotel. I'll stay there tonight.
Don't be silly. I said I'll pick you up. The hotel in front of the airport, right? West entrance, east entrance.
Nope. I'll take the bus. Get off at another stop and stay there.
Okay, it's a little far, but okay, I'll go. Where's the bus stop? Tell me, I'll be right there.
Don't come.
Why not?
You still don't get it?
Huh? What?
I know everything.
Huh? You know? Don't tell me you believe what she says. She's crazy. She just calls herself my wife or something. Of course I'm right. Right?
No. I met your wife in your apartment and we had a long talk, face to face.
What? Were you okay? She didn't hurt you. That woman. My precious Molly.
Just hear me out. You know what? When you told me about the stalker woman before, you said she was a cunning bitch, quick to lose her temper, and doesn't listen to anyone, right? But when I actually talked to her, she wasn't like that at all. On the contrary, she had all her identification, proof that you were married, etc. She told me to calm down and offered to talk about it. Then I was able to calm down and talk. Now I know everything you're trying to hide.
Of course, that's her plan. She made up all that evidence. It's fake. Don't be fooled. Anyway, she's cunning.
I don't think it's called cunning. I think it's called calm, collected, and clear-headed.
Oh my god, she's brainwashed you.
You still say that? LOL. Ma'am, it's not a coincidence that you ran into me.
Huh?
She found out from a tip from an acquaintance that you and I were living together, so she hired a private detective.
Private detective? Did you say who the tip was from?
There's no way she would tell me under the circumstances. So she did her research and here we are today. Because of that, I now understand that the transfer you're talking about is to leave your wife behind in your hometown and move out on your own. I now have a clear understanding of the situation. Your wife is a smart woman who doesn't deserve a moron like you.
Wait a minute, Molly, that's...
Also, she also knew that you lied to me about being single.
Huh?
So, after confronting you with the truth, it seems she came during the time when only I would be there to confirm what I wanted to do from that point. Therefore, even though we can call it a meeting between me and your wife, to be precise, Things just unfolded as your wife had planned.
Oh my god. But if you women talked it out, that's fine, right?
I never said it was resolved through discussion. We were accompanied by your wife's lawyer. We're going to take the appropriate action from this point, and we're going to settle the matter.
Lawyer? Hey, Molly. I may have told you I'm single. I lied out of love because I wanted to marry you. It's because I love you. You understand, won't you, sweet Molly?
That's enough. I understand.
I'm glad you understand, Molly. You are the best. I'll take you over my wife anytime. She's so mean. She'd go and get a private detective. You're all I've got.
I didn't know you were that stupid.
What?
What kind of a lie is love? If you're married, you're supposed to put an end to your marriage first and then start a relationship with another woman. What you are doing is disgusting as a human being. And I was forced to have an affair without my knowledge. It's not a joke.
But you know, we were dating on the premise of marriage, right? I even met your parents. If that woman hadn't stormed in, we would have gotten married, right?
That's right. In other words, you even committed marriage fraud.
What? Why would I do that?
You made me put down a payment of $5,000 on your own car.
What? Because if we got married, we'd be using money as a couple, and you'd be driving the car.
Are you seriously out of your mind? I can't believe you would have the nerve to marry me under these circumstances. I'm not going to talk to my parents and get a lawyer. I'll ask you to make contact through my lawyer in the future.
Oh, why? You love me, right? Then whether I have a wife or not, as long as you love me, there's nothing wrong with that. Hey, say something. Huh? What's this?
It means that all of these message screen caps have already been sent to your wife, Rebecca. I'll tell you now, even if you divorce Rebecca, I'm not going to marry you. That's enough. I hate dishonest people. Immediately after this, I blocked Miles. Thereafter, I left it to a lawyer. Anyway, I told him through my lawyer that there was no way I could marry a man who would betray his wife. But he insisted that it was a trivial matter for two people who love each other. After the conversation was over, Miles's parents came to me, apologized, and gave me a refund of $5,000 plus compensation. Next, Miles's divorce from his wife was finalized. He started stalking me, saying that now he could marry me. I went to the lawyer again and put a restraining order on him. And finally I had peace. It was all so tiring. He is now in the middle of being forced to quit his job and sent to a church of an acquaintance, where he is going to be rehabilitated for his bad temper. Austin, divorce me right away.
Huh? Casey?
I don't need someone like you anymore. You low-income trash. Divorce, divorce. Divorce is the only way.
Hey, calm down. What's the matter with you?
I told you, I'm divorcing you.
Can you at least tell me why? It's so abrupt, I'm confused.
I've been telling you for a while now. You're a low-income bum. Don't tell me you don't know why.
Because I'm unemployed?
That's right. You know what I'm talking about. You were working for an exploitative company with low pay. It's been 6 months since you quit, and you still haven't tried to get a new job? You've gotten a taste of living off my high income as an employee of a major company. What is a man supposed to do if he's not the breadwinner of the family?
The reason I left my job was because I got sick, so it's no wonder.
You've recovered completely, but you're not looking for a job.
I'm not looking for a job. I'm preparing to start my own business. Thanks to the Labor Bureau's help, I've been able to get my unpaid overtime and severance pay. I had no time to spend money in the first place, so I have a good amount of savings. I told you we'd be okay financially for a while. I'm sure I've explained it to you many times.
That's it, there. That's not good enough.
That?
You're too soft-hearted. You were working in the sweatshop, and your bosses were pushing you to do even more work. That's why you broke down and were forced to quit.
I know that's something I should reflect on, but...
You're such a social weakling. You starting your own business. Don't make me laugh. I'm only losing money by being with someone like you. There's no point in staying married to a husband you know will fail. I've decided I won't be tricked anymore.
I'm not trying to trick you. I'm trying to change who I used to be.
Low-income scumbags are cocky. I'd really like to ask for alimony, but I don't think you have that kind of money right now. I'll just take all of our joint savings and be satisfied with that. Sign the divorce papers I left in the living room and get them to the courthouse. You don't have any objections, do you?
Huh? What do you mean, divorce papers? You're going to divorce me right now?
Of course I am. If you don't get on with it, you never know when it's going to be a problem. I left the apartment while you were out all morning playing around. I really wanted you to leave, but the apartment is in your name. I had no choice but to move out. Well, I can see a future where you'll be forced to leave because you can't pay the rent now.
Wait a minute. Let's calm down and discuss this properly.
No, I don't want to. Being married to a low-income, trashy husband is nothing but hell. Goodbye. At best, live like a weak man who was abandoned by his wife and live a poor life. Austin, it's been 3 years. I hope you've reflected on your past by now. You did, didn't you? I thought it was time for you to repent your foolishness and come to me for help. So I've been kind enough to contact you. How kind of me.
Who are you?
Huh? Hi, it's Casey. Your wife?
I don't have a wife with that name. You've got the wrong person.
You're being so tough again.
What do you want?
You haven't contacted me even once in the 3 years since our divorce. I thought maybe you were still living at the bottom of the heap and were embarrassed and stubborn. I wonder what park you are homeless in. I'm sure you're living a very poor life. That's why I called you.
I see. Thank you for taking the time to do that.
Well, I'll get back to talking about you.
No, thank you.
What? You're still stubborn. You're the one who's in trouble because you can't get back with me. The one who makes a lot of money. It's time for you to stop being so stubborn and be honest.
I'm just being honest about my feelings.
Huh? You know what? I know you haven't changed much since our divorce 3 years ago. If I'm not mistaken, you're probably making less money than before. You don't even live in a decent house, do you?
What makes you think that?
I saw you on a street downtown. That empty store over there is where the popular cafeteria is going to open its 3rd branch, right? Was that interior work? You were working there in a dirty t-shirt and jeans, right?
Oh, you saw me. Yeah, that was me.
You were painting the walls. So are you working part-time as a painter or something? You know, it's a bottom of the barrel kind of job.
Don't make fun of painters.
Well, you've just been told the truth and you're all red in the face.
Not me. It's just really rude to painters. I'm not a painter, and that's not a part-time job. It's my cafe, and I painted it myself with passion.
What's that? LOL. Well, that's whatever. So, where do you live now?
Why?
I just decided to get back together with you. Did you read the text message?
I never said I agreed to get back together with you.
Oh my, what else could your response be other than yes? You know that if you remarry me with a high income, your life will be stable, right? I am the only woman who would marry low-income trash like you. I'll go to your place with a marriage certificate, so tell me where you live. Or are you so poor that you don't have a house? If you were homeless, you'd want to get back together with me, wouldn't you? LOL.
Casey, oh you. You say high income, high income. 4 hours a day, 4 or 5 times a week, $11 an hour.
Huh?
And I heard you're not working more than 1 job at the moment. How is that high income?
What are you talking about? I'm still an employee of a major company with a high income. I'm the envy of all career women.
No, you're not. Just 2 weeks ago, your relationship with your married boss got found out. You couldn't stay at the company, so you voluntarily resigned. You're working part-time now. I know.
Huh? Wait, why? How do you know?
You haven't figured it out yet? I mean, do you even know the name of your own employer? Working with an attitude like that, no matter how much of a part-timer you are, it's appalling.
Huh? What, you're just trying to show off?
Then I'll tell you. Who the hell do you think you are talking like that when you are working for me and my wife?
What? What are you talking about? And by wife? How can you have a wife if you're a low-income trash?
I'm already married and I'm the boss now.
What?
I own the cafeteria where you started working part-time the other day.
Huh?
A few months after you and I divorced, I successfully opened the first cafeteria. So now I'm the president and manager of the first store. And the person who became my wife was one of the opening staff there. Now she's the manager of the second store, where you are now.
Huh? Wait a minute. That female manager is your second wife?
That's what I meant. We got married 3 months ago.
What the hell? That's way too coincidental.
It's a really great coincidence, isn't it? I've left it up to my wife to interview and hire a new part-timer for the second restaurant. But the day before yesterday, she told me that she hired a new part-timer and it was you. I was so surprised. And then I found out through some contacts why you left your last job.
Really? What's going on?
My wife didn't know that the new part-timer was her husband's ex-wife, so she hired you. When she heard about it from me, she just looked shocked and appalled.
I'm surprised too. I didn't know you were running a cafe. And that you had the talent to expand to a third location. If you were planning to become the president, why didn't you tell me?
I told you that I was preparing to start my own business. But when I tried to explain to you what I wanted to do, you said you didn't understand what I was trying to explain. You said it was pointless to ask me because I wouldn't succeed anyway. You wouldn't listen to me at all.
Well,
Well, let's not talk about that. I've decided to let you work here for a while, just to see how it goes. If you don't feel comfortable, you can quit. If you're willing to separate your work and private life, I don't mind at all if you keep working here. What are you going to do?
of course I'm going to quit. I can't imagine being used by you and your wife. It would be such a humiliating thing to do.
Yes, I get it.
Damn it. I thought I could work at a popular cafe. But because of you, I've wasted my time.
If you had checked the president's greeting on the homepage, you would have figured it out. Didn't you check that before you applied? Oh well. I'm sorry for taking up your time.
Oh, give me a break. What is this certified mail? What do you think you're doing?
Did you get it? Well, it's just what it says.
You want me to pay alimony? What reason would there be for alimony?
About the infidelity with your boss, which we talked about the other day.
What?
You were having a relationship all the way back from when we were still married. I found out from the evidence I gathered.
No way.
Now that I know, it's possible to file for alimony even now. I'm going to make sure it gets done.
Oh no. My boss's wife wants me to pay compensation too. And now I've been fired from my job. I was just wondering how I was going to make ends meet, and now you're adding on another layer? Don't you feel sorry for me?
I'm sorry. You'll have to go through a lawyer for your side of the story.
Huh?
Well then, I'll leave you to it. My ex-wife was supposed to be excellent at her job, but I guess you could say she has a personality problem. However, she had good looks on the outside, so my present wife was easily fooled during the interview. Casey was in a hurry to get back with me because she was fired from her job, and then she remembered me. Even with a low income, she thought I must have saved up some money and didn't have time to spend it when I was working for that bad company. If I were thinking of starting a business, I must have a good amount of money. She was so full of expectation that she thought she would be the president's wife if she had succeeded. But no way. It backfired. As for me, I was relieved. The amount of compensation she has to pay has been further increased. Right now, it seems like she's working tirelessly, mainly focusing on jobs where she can earn money, often juggling multiple jobs every day.